Hey everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of Big Sloth Slop Station, where we look at the latest sloppiness from terminally online people, and today's episode is a doozy. Today we are talking about Joshua Block, Mr. World of T-Shirts himself. We'll do a brief overview about Mr. Josh Block, talking about who he is, what he does, and even talk about how other people take advantage of him for money. After that, we will talk about his more recent behavior that's gotten him in trouble and what his future will be like if he doesn't change his behavior. Anyways, before we talk about that, I would kindly ask you to please subscribe if you would like the video or if you like my artwork. I put in a lot of effort into this content, maybe not with the editing, but with the artwork itself, so I hope you enjoy it. Also, my voice may be a little different because my nose is a little runny. I'm not sick, but this change in the weather where I live is really messing me up. Anyways, let's get into the Josh Block story. The clip notes of his life basically go as follows. Joshua Block, aka World of T-Shirts, is a terminally online creator and IRL streamer. Look, I'll be honest with you guys, I do not like IRL streaming and the people who engage in it. One reason most of these IRL streamers harass people and break the law in public for views. Another reason is it's just weird to me. Imagine seeing one of these guys out in public. Just a random stranger recording themselves and yelling about the chat. It just seems very dystopian to me that I cannot understand it. If I'm outside, it is because I am touching grass and living my life, instead of being terminally online like these bozos. So he's an online IRL streamer who initially got famous on TikTok off of traveling to New York and singing New York. At least I'm pretty sure that's what the song is called. Let me play a few clips just to show you the innocent beginnings of the Josh Block story.
In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York.
Now, I need to mention that Joshua Block is clearly autistic. He may be high functioning, but social interaction is definitely not his specialty, and you will see how his autism and maybe some other sort of mental illness worsen as the activities around him devolve into madness. Anyways, his early online fame started off pretty innocently. He was in New York, he would make TikToks of the song and call it a day. His TikTok channel blew up, and I have no idea how TikTok revenue works, but he started making money with these silly little videos. If the story ended there, it would probably be a pretty happy story. Unfortunately, it did not end there. Like with everything on the internet, someone is going to make fun of you or insult you eventually, and it started happening to Joshua Block. People started to realize how easy it was to get under his skin, so insults and whatnot started to become insanely common on his web pages. And some few unemployed losers would find him in real life and turn those online insults into real life insults, because Joshua Block has autism and cannot handle these social interactions well. When people approach him to harass him or he sees these comments online, he just explodes into an emotional ball of energy, and it's sad and terrible to watch. These unemployed losers follow him and break him down to get a reaction and a viral moment out of Joshua Block. Those losers need to get a life, quite frankly. Now, it may sound like I'm defending Joshua Block here, and in a sense I am, but he is still not a great person, and we will get to see plenty of that later on. Now, people saw this harassment of Joshua Block, and many people started to show up around him. People who claimed they were going to protect him from the haters. Needless to say, that was a total lie. These people are not protecting him. They are actually just trying to take advantage of his virality and for clicks, for views, and for money. These people who were pretending to protect Joshua Block would purposefully put him in these dangerous or bad situations so that he could crash out on a live stream and they can make money from his suffering. This is something that also frustrates me. As bad of a person as Joshua Block is, taking advantage of him for money and putting him in these bad situations is just sickening, and it's worsening his behavior and it's worsening his mental state as well. And one of the big perpetrators of this behavior is World of T-Shirt's long-term buddy, Mr. Based. Now, they stopped being around each other about a year ago, but Mr. Based is a shady individual that took advantage of Joshua Block for views and money. That's all there really is to say about that man. There was some shady stuff in his past as well, but a lot of it is alleged, But he's just a gross individual who took advantage of Joshua Block. And he still tries to capture some fame and money off of the Joshua Block name. His new caretaker is a man named Tony. Tony also takes advantage of Joshua Block for clicks and views, as I said, and money as well. But this man is so clearly uninterested in Joshua Block and annoyed at Joshua Block's existence. I mean, just look at Tony in these photos that I'm putting up on the screen. Some other topics before we talk about recent events. If Joshua Block had thicker skin and no caretakers taking advantage of him, he would unintentionally be so funny. I'm not even joking. The things he says is so dumb that it's humorous. He travels around the world more than most people his age, and he will have these public freakouts in these other countries as well. But something I find utterly hilarious, when he's in these other countries, he will refer to the locals as immigrants. He does not like anyone who isn't an American, even when he's in other countries, and it's so humorous. What are all these immigrants doing? Why isn't there anything in English? I can't understand. He also has some famous tics and comments, such as, I can't afford a lawyer, or I make 6 figures a year. And one of his big, most famous tics is put the fries in the bag. I am terrible at that impersonation, so it probably sounded awful. And I don't know about the specific situation that started that quote specifically. But if I recall correctly, Joshua Block said, put the fries in the bag to a fast food worker, and boy, howdy, did that blow up in his face. Now, all someone has to do to get this man to crash out in public is to walk up to him and say, put the fries in the bag, and he will lose it. He will go berserk. Joshua Block is a sleeper agent, and that is the quote that sets him off. No joke. He will go from acting relatively normal to trying to fight everyone around him when someone tells him to put the fries in the bag. Look at this recent clip of that exact situation I just described.
Couple people. Put the fries in the bag, man. Put the fries in the bag.
You want to fight? Stop. Do you want to fight? I live in the Bronx. Give me your phone. Give me your phone. I'm going to smash that phone.
Josh, stop.
Whoa. You're not getting away.
Josh, relax. Stop. Josh.
I make more money than you because I'm an American.
Josh. But you hate America.
Have fun in El Salvador, bitch.
Alright, now it's finally time to talk about the recent stuff. Last week, he got socked in the face for trying to charge at someone. Presumably, that someone was a total stranger and not even part of whatever was going on. In the clip, he's yelling about immigrants because, as I previously mentioned, he doesn't like anyone who isn't American. His public outburst creates a crowd around him. Maybe they knew who he was, or maybe they were mad at what he was saying. I'm not really sure. But in the video, he is basically cornered by this group, and this big group is around him. I can understand how he would be scared in this situation or maybe freaking out in this situation. But instead of running away, there's like a little gap where he could run away. Instead of taking that gap and running, he charges at this guy in a red hoodie, and he gets punched twice for it. I understand how he felt cornered in that situation, but you should have ran. Oh, there was like a gap to his right where he could have ran, because they were kind of right in front of him and he was like backed up into the corner. He should have just ran. My bad, I got my left and rights mixed up. He should have ran to the left where that gap was, but instead he charged at someone. You can't do that.
Josh! Yeah! Yeah, Josh! No, he's dead, bro. He's dead, bro. No. Oh, shit.
Another recent event that's having the Joshua Block name is that he has allegedly bitten a woman during one of his public outbursts.
A message for Joshua Block and his manager. Y'all are gonna get a message from my attorney real soon. Bro bit the out of me. Grown ass man.
Now this situation is a little fishy. There is no video of him biting her, but there is a video of her showing the mark on her hand and that she is going to lawyer up. I'll be honest, the bite that she shows doesn't really look like a bite. There's a red mark on her hand. It could be like a rash or honestly a pimple. I don't know. She says the bite's a few days old, so maybe it is a bite. There's no mark. There's no teeth marks on her hand. I feel like there's two possibilities. One is, yes, she did get bit and Joshua Block is cooked because you can't just go around biting people, obviously. Or two, she's making this story up as a bunch of hoopla for online attention. It just seems fishy because she said she didn't know who Joshua Block was until this moment, but at the same time, her and her buddies were in the same car as Joshua Block. They were around him at the time of this event. Some of the clips she provides as evidence, she's not even in them. So, she says she gets bitten in the video, but you don't hear her. She's not in the video. It just seems like a very fishy situation. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's just trying to capitalize off of his name and craziness. However, there are some clips. The clips that she does show, the clips that she's conveniently missing from, you can still see Joshua Block trying to bite people. So, as my title says, he is definitely a biter.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, hold him back, bro, because I will
Just
stop
stop.
that mother.
Josh. Just stop,
Hey,
Josh. Dude, what are you doing? Stop, Josh.
Hey, Josh, let's go.
Josh, stop, dude.
Another thing I have forgotten to mention is Joshua Block really likes alcohol. Quite frankly, he can't get enough of it. In this drawing, you can see I gave him some wine bottles. I don't know what his drink of choice is, but I have a feeling he'll drink just about anything he can get his hands on. Now, his IRL streams haven't really focused on his alcoholic behavior, but a year ago, my man was just taking his liver to Pound Town, just absolutely destroying his body's ability to fight back and recover against even the flu. I'm almost positive he's still a heavy drinker, but his public outbursts and interactions with other people have taken the forefront of recent attention online. When it comes to the future of Josh Block, I think it's pretty simple. I think he's going to be another Daniel Larson situation, and he's going to keep crashing out in public, he's going to keep lashing out in public, and he's going to keep saying crazy stuff online, and eventually he's going to get arrested. He may not be as mental as Daniel Larson is, but I definitely see him getting arrested and spending some time in jail in the future. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. In the next Slop Station, I'm going to be talking about more than just one person. but the entire company of Xbox, and how the Xbox is now dead. Please hit the like button or subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this, or comment if you feel like you have something to add. Stay safe, everyone, and bye-bye.